Hello there, this is Dave Allen for Max 20 Questions Down for Video Magical, and today I want to have another look at Final Cut Pro 10. And this is because Jeannie Harris has asked about the repositioning of markers. It seems to be that you could move them before by dragging them, but you can't do that anymore, and you have to do some copying and pasting. And I've had a look at this, and well, it's not that bad actually. So let's have a look in Final Cut Pro now and see what we need to do to make this work. And now you see I've got a couple of markers in there. We've got different types of markers, so let me just do a double tap on the magic trackpad so I can see what sort that is, and that's a standard marker. It's a blue one, and we could make it a to-do one, and it turns red. And then if I want to mark it as a completed one, it turns into a little green one. So that's how that works. And we've also got chapter markers. Well, chapter markers are quite interesting because chapter markers, you can set them so that they have a different image for their chapter markings, as it were. So let's have a closer look at this here. I've got that selected, and now I can move this here. So what we're doing here is we're having the chapter marker staying where it is, but this little pin, the orange pin that we're moving across, that's choosing the thumbnail image for the chapter marker, and we can put that wherever we want. We can have it right across over here if we want to. Might look a little bit silly because it's so far away from the actual chapter marker is, but if it works, well, you can do it. Now if I want to move that there, what I have to do with this here is I have to double tap on that or right click on it and do a cut, move to where I want to put it and do a Command V and paste it in. And really, I don't think that's terribly difficult. I think it's fairly handy, and you can't just sort of grab it like this and drag it over or drag it this way. But there's not a big difference because really all you're doing instead is just dragging the playhead and putting the playhead where you want it, and it's a little bit like dragging and doing a Command V, and you've got your marker exactly where you want it to be. And there are a couple of little things that you can do with this here as well. So for instance, we've got this marker selected, and I want to move it. So let me just zoom in a little bit on that there so we can see this a little bit better. And what I can do now is to move it one frame at a time to the left or to the right, and I hold down the control key, press the full stop key, so that moves it one frame to the right. And if I use the comma, then I'll move it one frame to the left. So that's quite a nice way of moving the markers using the keyboard. So control and comma to move left, and control full stop to move right. Let's say here we are, I want to put a marker in there. I can just press the letter M and put in a marker, but it's put the marker in there and it's a standard marker. We didn't get a choice about that. Maybe we wanted to have a to-do marker, so let's just move this over here, and this time instead of pressing the letter M, I'm going to use Option and M. That's put in a marker, and it's also given me the pop-up there which allows me to make some changes to it. So for instance, I can put a name in there. So for instance, on that one there, I might want to name that Mac 20Q Marker 2, and I'll just click on Done, and let's put another marker in there. So this time let's do Option and M again. This time it's come up and I can choose there to put in a marker that is a to-do marker. So maybe there's something that you need to do in your video there, and you want to remember exactly what it is. So we're going to say fix this, and we can click on Done, and we can then sort of double tap on that there to bring it back up again, and click on that there to say it's completed, and click on Done, and there it's changed to a green marker. If it's a to-do marker and it's red and I say it's been completed, I just click on that one there. So there's your different types of markers. You've got your standard ones, you've got your to-do ones, that can be either to be done or completed, and you've got your chapter markers. And with the chapter markers, you can move the little orange pin thing there. That will move it across to let you choose what you want to have as the image for that chapter. And also, I can click on this here. This is the same as a right click I've done on here. And I can get to the modify this way as well. So there you go. I can change that one there. And now it is a chapter marker. So another thing that you can do with markers is to move between the markers using the keyboard. So I'm holding down the control key and the apostrophe, and that moves me one marker to the right each time, except there it didn't. And that's probably because previously when I was working with this, I'd put a marker in there and maybe I moved it and the application's got a little bit confused. So now I'm using the control key and I'm going to use the semicolon and move to the left one marker at a time. So it does work, but it will get a little bit confused if you've been doing a little bit of moving around of markers. So there you go. This is Dave Allen for Video Magical and Max Winner Questions. Talk to you again soon. Thanks for watching the video, and why don't you check out the other videos. Here's two of them. There's one video there and one video there that you can click on and go and have a look at now. And don't forget that you can also subscribe. Talk to you again soon. Bye bye now.